This is the Brockenborough Peyton house coming up here on the corner with the red roof. So the ferry landing is directly behind you. Willie Jet comes up and knocks on the door of the Peyton house. The door is answered by Sarah Jane Peyton. She's the only one in the house at the time. Her brother Randolph Peyton is a lawyer, but he is not at home when Jet arrives. Sarah Jane Peyton is in her 30s. If you were 30 and unmarried in the 19th century, you were considered a spinster. And so that's what Sarah Jane was. Here it is right here. Jet asks Sarah Jane Peyton if she will watch over a wounded Confederate soldier and his brother. Sarah Jane Peyton has not laid eyes on Booth and Harold at this point, and she says, of course I will. Jet goes back down to the ferry landing, brings Ruggles, Bainbridge, Booth, and Harold up here to the Peyton house. Booth does manage to get inside the house and sits down in the parlor. At this point, Sarah Jane Peyton sees her potential house guests, and they've been outside for quite a long time. They've been living outside, they haven't had a bath, they haven't brushed their teeth, they haven't changed their clothes. They don't smell or look very good. And Sarah Jane Peyton says, and she calls Willie Jet back over and says, I'm sorry, but I just don't think it's proper for a woman to be entertaining men when my brother, the man of the house, is not home. So unfortunately, I will not be able to take care of your friends. But she tells Jet to go across the street to the Catlett house. Maybe Mr. Catlett will be willing to take them. Jet goes and knocks on the door. Either Mr. Catlett is not home or he's hiding. He does not answer the door.
What time of day is this?
It's about, I'd say mid-morning to early afternoon.
It's about 1 o'clock, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, early afternoon, 1 o'clock. It is local lore that after being rejected at the Catlett house, Jet goes further down the street to the Murray house. And we will pass that a little bit later. Mr. Murray, like Mr. Catlett, is either hiding in his house or is not home, and Jet does not receive welcome there either. According to Willie Jet, it is Sarah Jane Peyton who says, well, why don't you try taking them up the road to Mr. Garrett's? Mr. Garrett had sons who were in the Confederacy, and they returned home safe. Perhaps he will be willing, out of the kindness of his heart, to take your friends in. And so Booth and Harold ride off with Jet, Ruggles, and Bainbridge up the road to Locust Hill, Richard Henry Garrett's farm, surrounded by locust trees, which is how it gets its name.